Hey everyone, Will McReynolds from KP9 Interactive, creators of WorldCast. I've talked about before how we've developed WorldCast to help you make AR easy. But one of the things that keeps on coming up is how do you sell web AR? Now I've done different videos on this, but I'm going to talk about the two biggest things that might help you out. And what I see a lot of creators and people reselling or selling web AR or augmented reality in general doing. One, if you're going to do a cold call, try to avoid people that haven't yet adopted a QR code into their marketing. Why is that? Well, the thing is, if they haven't adopted a QR code, they will be a harder sell for augmented reality, potentially a harder sell for augmented reality in general. If they're using a QR code, they're already aware what the QR code can do and it's going to take you to a destination. So it's not that far of a stretch to talk them into opening up WebAR to make their print or product come to life with extra information. So that's one. That's a way that you can kind of quantify your lead before you actually approach them. I always recommend that you do some research as much as you can about that possible person that you're selling to, group, company, whatever it may be, before you contact them already. Finding out if they're using a QR code in a strategy is already a plus to help you in the door and be able to know that they're going to receive it, probably be more receptive to the idea. The other thing is, I watch people talk about Pokemon Go. They'll compare augmented reality to Pokemon Go. And here's the problem with that: they might not be aware of what Pokemon Go is to begin with. And even if they are, they might be thinking that you're trying to sell them a game, an app, or the fact that inherently most games are already perceived as being expensive, right? So now you're setting a tone of expense because they already know it's a big brand and things like that. And in all reality, what you're creating for marketing and things isn't even close to Pokemon Go. So don't use Pokemon Go as an example for AR when you're trying to sell something off of WorldCast or any other platform that you're using for print, product placement, or even geospatial, which you could say Pokemon Go is, but yet you're not selling anything close to what Pokemon Go is unless you're actually approaching them to develop a game. And that is not the case with WorldCast in many ways. We've built WorldCast to do simple things, the things that make the most sense today, the things that made the most sense for the last 10 years, and as the market is still growing. There's a long road to go for AR in many ways. The things that make sense at the very beginning, the simple stuff, putting, I give lots of examples, but dipping your toe in the waters of AR and getting them used to simple ideas, things that actually work with utility, things that will work with frequency, things will work with the content that they have today. So those two tips, I'm going to be bringing out a lot more tips over the coming weeks and months, but this is a first, another way that I want to propose or start talking about this stuff. And as you can tell, this is not scripted by any means. I just want to do stuff off the cuff, and I want to be able to give you, my followers, a way that you can start selling web AR with the tools that we've provided to get your foot in the door and help you get those sales faster. And I hope that the information that I'm going to start bringing out, as well as the tutorials about WorldCast and the features that we're bringing out and other things that we're doing, paired with how to sell with different tips and ideas that will help you, will do this. You got to remember, the web AR is all about communication and understanding your audience and providing value. They want to see what's in it for them. Think of ways that you can bring value with what you're selling. What will it do for the person that's looking at it? Is it information that they need access to faster? Is there rewards for that? Is there something that they can look at every week because it can be changed out constantly? Think of those things. And as always, I can't wait to see what you create.